All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. It's Don't Hold Your Breath. It's just a talk show. What we're here to talk about, Travis Scott. Is he an agent of Satan? So, what's going on? The Astroworld Festival was just in headlines for multiple reasons. You know, it's a very well-known festival where artists of huge names like Drake and others, they pull up and they put on a show for the fans. But it was also in the news because there was a tragedy that occurred. So what happened? There was a stampede at the festival, which claimed the lives of 8 attendees and left 100 others injured. Right? Attendees were describing the concert as an event from hell. They said it was very scary, and others said they felt as if they were drowning in an ocean. Right? So, which led other influencers and people on Instagram and Twitter and things like that to take the meaning of the festival and in conjunction with the tragedy that occurred and make very extreme opinions about it, right? So let's talk about it. We all know who Travis Scott is. He worked with Kanye West behind the scenes, and then he took off, very really coming into his own image. And the image that he took on, his musical image as well as his celebrity image, he became famous for dark, ominous depictions, using images directly linked to controversial things and like art, and much of his music gives off a very dark, somber, and ominous feel as well. He doesn't shy away from using images of fallen angels or using marketing schemes that could be interpreted as, using demonic things like that, from his music videos to his festivals, obviously, to his merchandise, to even what he sings and raps about in his music, right? So like I said, many reactors and conspiracy theorists have gone to say that the event was nothing but the work of the devil, and that the casualties were due to a satanic ritual or a sacrifice that Travis Scott was performing. So the question is, are they correct? So first, let's talk about Astroworld and what made it so sketchy in the first place. So when you arrive at the event, you walk through the open mouth of a sculpture of a head, which is likened to an art piece of Christ's descent into hell. The backdrop of the stage reads, "See you on the other side," and many, if not all, of the festival's merchandise leans heavily towards depictions of death and transcendence. One viral picture of this is where Travis Scott is performing, and you can see in an image rendered on his T-shirt of a blue human-like figure transcending through a wall or a door of some sort, and on the other side it becomes red and has horns and looks demonic. So if you just gave me the headline and told me what the festival looked like and what was being sold there, and maybe left out that it was Travis Scott's festival, I would be inclined to believe that the conspiracy theorists might be right about what was going on. But once you start to look into the other details, it becomes more vague. But I will say that, Travis, you are responsible for being clear in who you are as an artist and who you are as an individual. The fact that you choose to be unclear about who your celebrity is and what your values are, and hosting events that show and showcase things that the way that you showcase them in would obviously lead your fans, when something goes wrong or when things go right, to thinking that might be a demonic person. Whether you are or whether you're not, we don't know. And that's what all the debate is about, right? So the first thing to ask is, did Travis Scott kill anybody? The obvious answer is no. We know that he didn't commit any homicides or murders at Astroworld, right? So then it comes into his and the other performers' behaviors while the tragedy was occurring, right? Because basically what happened was there was a stampede from, towards the back of the concert, towards the center stage, which left a lot of people being trampled over. From what I read, there was an article that said there was up to 3 layers of people who were stuck on the ground, and they felt like they were trapped underneath an ocean. It was very hard to breathe when you got people from whether it's 100 pounds to 200 plus pounds being stacked on top of each other. When other people running over you, you might get kicked in the face. Who knows what it was like down there? But that's what was going on. So during all of this, there are accounts from people that say Travis Scott was continuing to perform, and there's even a very viral video where Travis seemed to be standing on some type of beam looking down at a concert goer who was either passed out or passed away, being carried out by other fans. And he was doing some sort of like humming thing down towards them, which is very sketcy. There's more questions that go into that. Did he see them? Yeah, he looked like he was looking directly at him, but only he could tell you if he actually saw that person or not. Was he choosing to continue to perform? Had he already stopped the concert before that point for a while and was trying to, not stop the show? The show must go on, so to say. The viral video is very short. We don't know what happened before. We don't know what happened after. He could have been somebody who noticed a person and pointed it out and said, "Hey, they need help." We don't know. The people who there know. Travis knows. We're just speculating, right? So, like I said, there was that viral video, but there were also other accounts which say that, Travis Scott did stop the show multiple times and said, "Hey, that person needs help. Can we get some more medical personnel and things like that?" So he was making efforts to prevent or halt or slow down as the tragedy as it was occurring. You could argue that there was more that he could have done, and maybe the accounts of him helping people were lies. We don't know. So the next question is, which shapes the rest of the story, is how responsible for the deaths are the attendees? So from reports I see, there were at least 50,000 people who attended Astroworld. During the performance part of the concert, who knows how many people there were in the arena section at that time. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 50,000. Well, it could have been, but that's a lot of damn people in the pandemic. So yeah, how responsible for the deaths are the attendees? Because they were the ones who were trampling over each other, right? Was it trampling a specific direction that was given from the performers or Travis Scott himself, that would go into the question of his responsibility and, masterminding of the situation. Or was it just a bunch of overly hyped kids who were having fun? That's my bedtime alarm. All right. It turns my notifications off. Don't judge me. That's just the sound that it makes. iPhone set that up. I don't know how to change it. So, don't judge me, bro. Yeah. Or was it just a bunch of overly hyped kids having fun in a mosh pit gone wrong? So, which leads us to this question right here. Does an agent of Satan actually have to commit murder to be able to carry out Satan's deeds? So, now we need to know what an agent of Satan is. And yeah, let's just leave it at that. I don't want to say the next thing. So, an agent of Satan is described as someone who entices someone else to sin and leads others away from God. So do you believe that Astroworld checks off those two boxes? They could. Do you believe that Travis Scott himself, there's his celebrity or his personal personality, checks off the two boxes? It's up to your interpretation. But since we're going to start there, we're going to talk about Astroworld and we're going to talk about Travis Scott. You need to check yourself as well. Do you check off those two boxes? Because it seems like it's much more simple than we originally thought to be considered an agent of Satan, right? So we all have a responsibility to make sure we're not doing those things, right? So the best we can do is hope for the best, do the right thing, keep God in our lives, and strive to be like Him. Also seeking God in all things through prayer, right? So yeah, like the video, comment down below your opinions, facts, anything you would like to contribute, and help a brother out, and give me a little subscription. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep the videos coming. I definitely appreciate all the views that I have gotten to this point and will get. Yeah, so see you next time. Don't hold your breath.